Welcome to Tuesday, September 26th.
Hey, Cal.
I told Charlie, give me a pep talk. Tell me I don't look old. So we have some songs for you. We had some other stuff planned, but Charlie's iPad just ate one of his documents.
I'm really upset.
He's super pissed about it, but he'll get over it.
What is it about iPads and your documents?
They eat things. Hi, Nancy Basket. So we're going to start today. My plan is to start today with Claude's Cookies because our friend Claude, but if he's not here, I don't know. Hi, Janet Peterson.
Hey, Janet.
Hi, Mark Wilson. Hi, Rhonda Scott Merrick and Steve Warona. Our friend Claude has been taking care of an ill friend, and he's such a good friend. I wanted to do his song today. He might show up while we're doing it, although he might be taking the friend to his doctor right now, so he may be busy. Hi, John Sprouse. And I used a kind of shampoo last night that was different, and my hair seems to be like standing up on end. Oh well. Hi, Jack Quigley. Hi, Janet Simpson. Hi, Aloysius. Nice to see you here. Okay, let's try it. Let's try a song. Hi, Peter Martell. There's Claude. He's here. Awesome. We can start. Hi, Kathy Marzik. So this is in honor of Claude, who is a good friend to many people in the world. Claude makes his cookies, each one with care, in his kitchen while he hums a little tune. And his music puts a little bit of magic in there. He'll be mailing them out to you soon. And when you taste them, it's like waking up from a happy dream to find your neighbors came and washed all your windows clean. The world would be a better place if we all held hands and said grace and ate Claude's cookies. Hi, Judy Abbey. Hi, Charlie Bryan and Linda Worcester. Hi, Mary. Here's Brad Meyer and Lauren Payne. Hi, Pat Bucknell. We're just running the chorus while I say hi to everybody. Hi, Mary. If you're sad and all alone, he might send some to you. Claude's cookies when the next batch is done. It'll gladden up your home if you're every kind of blue. Claude's cookies, they're as bright as the sun. It's like living in a world where the president is kind. Claude's cookies, they're good for your heart and your mind. The world would be a better place if we all held hands and said grace and ate Claude's cookies. Hi, Linda. Oh, he makes an oatmeal raisin that cannot be beat. A mouthful of education in the school of soft and sweet. Oh, it's like living in the world where the president is kind. Claude's cookies, they're good for your heart and your mind. The world would be a better place if we all held hands and said grace and ate Claude's cookies. Everybody, eat Claude's cookies. Hi, Raleigh Brown. I wrote this song for Raleigh Brown. That he was going to get some of Claude's cookies. I had to kick Charlie. I was saying everybody, and he's staring down, so I did that.
Well, I was
everybody sing along
on the bass part.
It's like living in a world where the president is kind. Yeah, that kind of dates the song, doesn't it, Kathy?
Live in a world where your wife kicks you when you forget to sing harmony.
Kathy says, look what has happened since you wrote this song. Now we have a president who's kind. Hi, DLC. Raleigh is acupuncturing, so he's in and out. He could use some of Claude's cookies today, he says. Sigh. Yeah. Claude, if you want to send some to Raleigh, it looks like he wants some. Rhonda Scott Merrick says, there's nothing quite like cookie therapy. I agree. I had an extra breakfast this morning because I just felt I needed it. Dennis Globus, good morning. John Sprouse, yummy cookies. Thanks for the recipe. So you guys are all here. Awesome. Thanks for being here. I wanted to tell you that I heard on Raleigh's show, which I like to listen to on Sundays at 10:30, that you can now get 4 free COVID tests. So for some reason, you haven't heard that. If you go to covid.gov, they're giving away free COVID tests again. So can I throw a total curveball at you?
Yes.
Can we do be outside?
So.
I've been thinking, so here we are. We had to actually put our pellet stove on today because our heater, there's something wrong with our our furnace, and if we turned it on, it would sound like there were very many angry gerbils running on their cages in the room. So we put our pellet stove on, which is kind of loud too. You can probably hear it. Oh, look, everybody's put up a link. That's great. And going outside is going to start to be a thing that you do only when you put on a ton of clothing. So you came through when it most needed, said Rhonda. I bet you're talking to somebody else. Second breakfast, best meal of the day, says John Sprouse. Okay, you can have any cookies now, says John Ferrulo. So I didn't. Oh, Peter Martell says they can't hear it. Actually, let's do the song we prepared. This is cruel. We're having one of those days for me to throw a curveball at you. Let's do My Garden, the song about the garden.
Okay.
So this is the other sort of outside idea song, which is that my garden is slowly becoming a garden of old flowers that are going to feed the birds all winter, but they're not new. I haven't had my first yet. You guys are way ahead of me, said Kathy Marsick. You still haven't had one of Claude's cookies. Oh, no. So I wrote this when I took an Eliza Gilkinson songwriting workshop last winter, and she said, write a song about your garden. And so I did. And I wrote it like that. There's not the first chord. So this is my garden. It came with the house. The previous gardener, she moved out. She knew what she was about. The garden gets sun all day. I bought a bench at the hardware store, planted thyme all around it as a metaphor. And each spring there is a little bit more. It doesn't usually work that way. Hi, Susan. She liked it neat, and I like it wild. The garden's undergone a change in style. I took out the little statues that she left behind, and I put them up on the propane tank. 3 frogs up there, and the gas man thanked me for something he could look forward to next time. So these are not the bluebells in Texas, and this is not the Grand Canyon at dawn. This is not the sunset over Oregon. Oh, it seems like I've always been gone from the summer in just one patch of garden, a piece of earth that I can come to know. And I'm glad I've seen the bluebells in Texas, so I can sit here and watch the lilies come and go. I got flowers now, and they're big and bright. You could call it a riot or call it a fight, and someone who planned would have thought about height. I've never been that kind. That's why I spent 20 years where it's hot and dry. I thought 5 minutes, and then I followed that guy. They say you can't go home, but I think I keep trying all the time. These are not the bluebells in Texas. This is not the Grand Canyon at dawn. This is not the sunset over Oregon. Oh, it seems like I've always been gone from the summer in just one patch of garden, a piece of earth that I can come to know. And I'm glad I've seen the bluebells in Texas, so I can sit here and watch the lilies come and go. If my mother was still on earth with me, she'd visit and tell me that I should weed. I wish she was, and I wish she could. I'd like to show her I've done good just like her. I got a house in the woods and a sunny garden space. These are not the bluebells in Texas. This is not the Grand Canyon at dawn. This is not the sunset over Oregon. Oh, it seems like I've always been gone from the summer in just one patch of garden, a piece of earth that I can come to know. And I'm glad I've seen the bluebells in Texas, so I can sit here and watch the lilies come and go. Good job, Charlie. So I don't know if I said hello to Lauren Payne, and here's Susan Douglas. John Sprouse said his second breakfast was half a cinnamon bun and coffee. What were you going to say?
So I was just saying, I'm hoping all of you are learning harmony parts of that lovely chorus, and all I can do is hum because it's so long that there's just way too many
I'm
words
sorry,
for me to
it's a
remember.
really long chorus.
But it's lovely, and I think it's got about 10,000 different harmonies to go with it. So
You know who I didn't say hello to was
So-
Marie Eaton, by the way.
so learn the chorus, and then if we ever do it live, hopefully you'll be singing along with us because I like that.
Here's Marie saying, that song has really grown up since you started it. Thank you, Marie. I'm in a song circle with Marie Eaton, and we talked about how it's a long chorus. And I remember Eliza Gilkinson, here's some songwriting advice, said, you know, I don't think you need a bridge because songs that have long choruses don't need bridges. Here's Marie saying, I was singing harmony along. Awesome. Dennis
Yeah.
Globus says, another great
Hey,
song. How
Dennis.
many songs do you estimate the two of you have written? Oh gosh, I don't know.
I've written 3, and she's written 3,000.
He's exaggerating on both points there.
Yeah.
Steve Verona, just brilliant lyrics, story, imagery, message. Gosh, thank you guys. Here's Marilyn Weisgott, my favorite yoga teacher. I'm sorry I don't come to yoga anymore, Marilyn. I just do 20 minutes these days. Howdy, Cozy and Charlie. Long time no see. Happy to hear you again. Happy to see you, Marilyn. Here's Daniel Sini. Thanks for the garden song as summer fades, yes. And here's S. Gaddy. Hi, S. Gaddy, who's saying happy birthday to Branda. I don't know if Branda's here. Peter Martell, I don't know if I said good morning to you.
Yeah, hi, Peter.
John Sprouse, yes, harmony parts, second tenor, the second tenor. So Charlie, let's do Ski Boy and then Love on My Side, even though you didn't do your song. Let's do
Okay.
that, okay? So we had planned that Charlie was going to sing his song, and then I would follow it with this. So instead, you'll have to imagine that his iPad did not eat his lyrics, and he has just sung a song. Hi, Tom Hodge.
Hey, Tom.
He has just sung a song about his lovingness for me, even though I tell him that I think skiing is a vacation or play. So this is the song. I think you guys have heard it before, but this is the song I wrote after Charlie and I had a passive-aggressive morning over whether or not to light candles at the darkest time of the year or turn on lights because you're going skiing. And I know there's no snow yet, but here we are anticipating snow, Charlie's favorite season. And Charlie could use cheering up because he's so pissed at his iPad. Charlie, snow is coming. Hi, Sushan. I am who I am, you are who you are, my dear. You like to ski, go, go, go. The snow is here. I am who I am, I light candles at dawn. But you want to ski, go, go, go. So you turn all the lights on. I am who I am, I want to see the sunrise. I turn the lights off, they're blinding my eyes. But you are who you are, now you can find what you need. You turn the lights back on. You want to go ski, oh, sometimes. All we have in common is love. Sometimes just love. I turn the lights off, I don't want them on. They're not part of my plan for greeting the dawn. But your ski pants are black, now it's dark in the hall. You turn the lights back on. You don't want to fall, I don't want you to fall. I wouldn't mind if you tripped. I turn the lights back off to slow you down a bit. Oh, sometimes all we have in common is love. Sometimes just love. You are who you are, so you pretend not to mind. You want to ski, go, go, go. You want to get there on time, so you neatly leap over this marital ditch. Although by now you wouldn't rhyme that line with light switch. Oh, sometimes all we have in common is love. Sometimes just love. Oh, and by now I have noticed something's gone wrong. By now I can't remember if the lights are off or on. Oh, sometimes all we have in common is love. Sometimes just love. Sometimes just love. Look who's here. Hi, Tom Prasada Rao. Yay.
TPR.
Hi, TPR. Great
Yeah,
refrain,
I
he
hope
says.
you're
Well, that's a
feeling-
high compliment coming from you. Glad you're here.
Yeah.
Guys, check out Tom Persada Rao's music. In fact, what's the name of, put up a link to your new album, Tom, if you have it. Harry's Song for Harry. That is a great album. So, who else has just showed up? Is Kate Mack. Oh, it's Tuesday. Yay, good morning, everyone. And here's Daniel Bowling. Hello,
Hey,
Daniel Bowling. And Sloaney Wainwright. Sloan, you and I've been emailing a bit this morning. Sloan's going to be out at the Moab Folk Camp. And now she's going to be part of the festival. She's going to do an In the Round with me and John Gorka. Sometimes Love is Quite Enough. Says, yeah, she's going to do it. And Brenda Curry, such a great song. Looking forward to the snow, too. Oh, good. John Sprouse says, skiing is mostly a downhill effort. I guess it is. All right, Charlie, let's try this other song. So the idea is we were setting this up. Sloaney, put a link to yourself up there. For those who don't know, Sloan does a vocal warm-up online for people on Tuesday and Thursday mornings. And before you come here, you could go and have a nice, beautiful vocal warm-up with one of the world's best vocal coaches.
And what about our show that's coming up? And do you have any more places open in your...
Oh, good job, Charlie Koch. So we have a show with Sloan coming up on Friday the 13th of October in Nelson, New Hampshire. Sloan Wainwright and me and Charlie and Glenn Rothel, we're going to do a show and then a weekend workshop. And there's plenty of room in the concert. And there might be a room left in the workshop. We're full, but we could probably put one more person in. And that's called the Song Sessions. And there's a link on my website under workshops. And then Moab Folk Camp, we have probably 6 spaces left if anybody wants to come. There's Sloan putting SloanWainwright.com. Good job, Sloaney. So this song, I played it a few weeks ago just after I'd written it. I didn't do much of a job with it. And we were looking for songs last night as we were cooking the ratatouille. So we're still working on this, how to sing this. So I wrote this for Charlie, inspired by one of our live streams here when I said something stupid and afterwards wanted to write him a song to tell him how much I appreciated him. Song Sessions, Moab Folk Camp, says Sloan.
What key are we in?
We're in, I don't know, we're probably not in
G.
we did it in G. So, here's what we do, we fly through the air on the trapeze. I've been doing it so long, it's second nature to me. Then you walk in after your 9 lives and you started juggling the knives. And on the rings you learn to catch me every time. Without love on my side, where would I be? All the magic in the act is right beside me. Without love on my side, I would not believe, and you gotta believe, or you might as well just go on home. Hi, Katie. And here's the circus, and here's the park. The lights go up when it gets dark. I used to do this all alone, but then I found this magic thing, a secret weapon to help me catch the ring. I found a bird who can sing. Without love on my side, where would I be? All the magic in the act is right beside me. Without love on my side, I would not believe. You gotta believe, or you might as well just go on home. It's not easy to join the circus when you're not a young man anymore. Swinging out over the big top, just a net between you and the floor. And maybe it doesn't always feel like the greatest of ease, but it's remarkable how you took to the flying trapeze. Without love on my side, where would I be? All the magic in the act is right beside me. That was my fault. Without love on my side, I would not believe, and you gotta believe, or you might as well just go on home. You gotta believe, or you might as well just go on home. Look at all these musicians showing up. Here's Bob Cannon. Hi, Bob Cannon. Bob Cannon, great musician. Used to write for Entertainment Weekly. You guys remember that awesome magazine. And Bob Cannon's here, and Bob knows Katie, who's just showed up too. Katie Payne, awesome. Thank you very much, Kathy Marzik. And Tom Prasada Rao put up a link. Here's a link. I'm going to put it on there. This is for Tom's new CD with the Sherpas called Song for Harry. It's a beautiful CD, and one of the songs on there is my absolute favorite, called Backing Into a Real Good Thing. It's just an awesome song. Thank you, guys. Here's Tom Hodge, beautiful. Judy Abbey, beautiful. Daniel Bowling, fabulous. Oh, you guys are so good. Peter Martell, I have led a blessed life, starting each week with a Monday dance in Nelson, then Tuesday morning with Cozy and Charlie, and looking forward to Sloan and Glenn. Thank you, Peter Martell.
Thank you, Peter.
And here's Brenda Curry, who knows Bob Cannon. It's sort of like the Portsmouth crowd from the 80s has shown up this morning, just a few of them anyway. Okay, we got to play them another song. I'm going to do the song about Ukraine right now, Charlie. You're going to have a little rest for a second. This is our current events. Oh, I forgot my poem. I don't suppose you'd want to, while I do this, go upstairs and get my book of poetry. There's a thing called Desire Zoo, and it's sitting. No, there's this thing called Healing the Divide. It's where I sit in the mornings. There's a poetry book called Healing the Divide. And if you don't find it, grab Desire Zoo. Grab all the poetry books you see. Oh, thank you, Susan Douglas. So, while Charlie finds that, because of the current events and the stopgap spending measure and the possibility of whether or not we're going to put $25 billion in to send more aid to Ukraine, I wanted to. Okay, I'm gonna hide. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna play this song that I wrote for Ukraine when Russia first invaded. All of us thinking about what it would feel like if all of a sudden Canada started bombing us. What if it happened here? How is your morning? Does a bird sing somewhere out of sight? What if your house was gone? What if fire had rained upon your neighborhood last night? Would you pray? And where is your sister? What if a bomb fell on her train? Would you dream about moonlight on the water? Would you long for your home, Ukraine? What if it happened here? Where are the photos and your grandfather's chair in this quiet home that has never known bombs falling out of the air? And what if you were standing in the rubble? What if rubble was all that remained? Would you dream about moonlight on the water? Would you long for your home, Ukraine? Did you find it? Charlie found the poem. I want to read you this poem. Thank you, guys. S. Gaddy. Thank you, S. Gaddy, for being here. Please wish my friend Brenda a happy 50th birthday. She listens this weekly, and I hope she sees this. I wonder if it's Brenda. Brenda, is it your birthday? Brenda Curry. I don't think Brenda Curry would be 50 yet, but maybe. DLC says beautiful. Thank you. Okay, so we didn't do our poem yet, and I saved you a poem that I love. This is by Alison Luderman. And I just have to find it. Of course, did I mark? Here it is. This is one of my favorite Alison Luderman poems, and it's just about how we love being in community with each other, just as kind people wandering around a grocery store. I stalked her in the grocery store, her crown of snowy braids held in place by a great silver clip, her erect bearing radiating tenderness, the way she placed yogurt and avocados in her basket, beaming peace like the North Star. I wanted to ask, what aisle did you find your serenity in? Do you know how to be married for 50 years or how to live alone? Excuse me for interrupting, but you seem to possess some knowledge that makes the earth burn and turn on its axis. But we don't request such things from strangers nowadays. So I said, I love your hair. I love that poem. I love your hair. And it's true. Sometimes I just want to say to the person next to me, I'm glad you're alive and you seem like a nice person. And here's Kathy Marzik. We need to keep hearing these reminders of the state of the world. The sadness is a lesson in gratitude for what we still have. Please keep playing it. Thank you. What a song, Linda Worcester says. Thank you. Aloysius, wow, just after 9/11, I was in the city. Oh, well, that's a good thing to remind us of, Aloysius, that some people do know what this feels like. Here's Steve Verona posting Allison's poem. Thank you very much. Aloysius says, wow. John Sprouse, your song about Ukraine gives us something to think about. Okay, so we got to go out on a song. And we're not going to go out on the song that we haven't played yet because it just doesn't seem appropriate. So I'm going to show you my two ancient set lists. So these pieces of paper are what I look at every week. And this one has existed now, probably since 2017 or 2018, I first made it. And the way I do it every year is, not every year, but every like 5 years when I finally can't read it anymore. Each one of these areas is an album, and I list all the songs from certain albums so I can find them again. And up here, I can tell you what year I did it because this is the newest album, and I did it the year that we put out Sometimes I Feel Too Much because those songs are in this corner. Whereas if we found a later one or an earlier one, a different CD. So anyway, let's go out on Skip, Charlie, because I talked about playing Skip. We're going out to Moab, and I get to see my cat Skip again. My little cat, who's now the fine cat family person with my friends Karen and Eric. And for those of you who haven't heard Skip's song, this is about my little cat who I needed to find a home for. So I wrote this song. Wow, so what a set list, says John Sprouse. Yeah, I have to redo it because it's unreadable now. It's mostly just muscle memory when I stare at it. So I'd like to remind you guys, by the way, that Raleigh does a show on 3 o'clock tomorrow and 10:30 on Sunday morning. And we'll be back next Tuesday. We're here for a couple more Tuesdays, and then we go off to Moab. But so
both Raleigh and Sloan will be in Moab with us.
Both Raleigh and Sloan will be in Moab with us,
Teaching, yeah.
right? Yep. And Janet Peterson is here.
And Janet is going to be there.
Yep.
Yay.
Skip needs a home. She's an independent girl. She had a rough start, and it's not a fair world. It's cold outside tonight. She's out there on her own. I need to find her a home. Do you have a barn and room in your heart? She'll move in if you give her some time. She has a good heart inside her, my little survivor. 3-legged cat in a 4-legged world. You have a home for my little girl. Hi, Susan Cattaneo. Hi, Sarah. 7 years ago, she appeared behind the shed in the neighbor's yard, sleeping under cover, the color of the autumn leaves, the size of my hand. We don't know how it happened. It might have been a trap or the mouth of a coyote got one foot on that cat. Somehow it happened, and somehow she's still alive. Skip knows how to survive. Do you have a barn and room in your heart? She'll move in if you give her some time. She has a good heart inside her, my little survivor. 3-legged cat in a 4-legged world. Do you have a home for my little girl? 'Cause she's still half wild and she's just part tame. Watch her run across the yard and you'll understand her name. I played the wrong chord, I'm sorry, it was my fault. Do you have a barn? No, barn, sorry. And room in your heart, she'll move in if you give her some time. She has a good heart inside her, my little survivor. 3-legged cat in a 4-legged world. Do you have a home for my little girl? Nice job, Charlie. Hi, Sybil. Sybil's showing up here. This has been an emotional half hour, says Kathy Hi, Sybil Bannett. And here's Brenda Curry. 2 things. Did you mention a new album? Did I miss something? Do you still sing Anarchy Gordon? Wow. If I found the lyrics, I could do a bad version of it. If you ever feel so inspired, to love to hear that sometime from you again. Okay. Is it your birthday, Brenda? Happy birthday. If it is, I'm crying. Oh, Brenda. Brenda's a big animal person. That's right. You're rescuing those great little creatures, the wombats from Australia. Judy Abbey says, love this song. Susan Cattaneo is showing up. Susan Cattaneo, you got to check out Susan Cattaneo. Also, another amazing musician who's here tonight, this morning. And she's running a songwriter in the round these days in Revere or somewhere in the North Shore of Boston. And she's got a beautiful album and she teaches for us. And Jack Quigley says, thanks. Janet Peterson, so wonderful. Love these Tuesdays. Thank you. Thank you all for coming.
Thanks, everybody.
And we'll see you next Tuesday. We hope you have a good week. We'd like to remind you about you can get 4 free COVID tests. And if you're coming to Moab Folk Camp, we'd like you to bring them with you. And that Raleigh does a show tomorrow at 3. And thank you. Off to a day of homework, says Rhonda. Good luck, Rhonda. Take care of yourselves. Read some poems. And we'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye,
Thank you.